Hi, everybody. Gary Davidson here, managing owner of Castle Law. I want to introduce a really good friend of mine, Pete Ferrara with Homebridge Financial. In today's market, we're seeing a lot of bank-owned properties, a lot of properties that are distressed, a lot of homeowners that are selling properties that, maybe were built in 1980, maybe have a bad roof, an older furnace, properties in disrepair. And I have clients all the time asking me, how do we buy these properties when a bank appraisal is required and the bank is going to say that these repairs have to be done prior to closing? And the sellers don't have the money to repair the property. So it puts us in kind of a catch-22. And Pete's company has an incredible product and is going to kind of pull back the curtain on how we can buy properties for a lot less money and be able to finance all of those repairs as part of the loan at a very low interest rate instead of putting those repairs on credit cards, et cetera. So, Pete, welcome.
Thanks, Gary. You did a great job of providing an introduction to that. Yeah, it's a huge issue out there with the current inventory that exists, especially with aging properties.
And Pete, tell me a little bit about Homebridge Financial Services. What markets do you serve? Where are you located? How long you've been in business?
Right. So Homebridge is, I believe the ratings just came out this year with a number 10 mortgage banker in the nation. We are a national company. We're headquartered out of New Jersey. Locally here in the Chicagoland market, we have 3 current full-service offices, Schaumburg, Chicago, and where I'm currently at in Oak Brook. And we do, like I said, we do serve the entire nation. We are also, is why we're speaking today, we are the number 1 renovation lender in the country by far.
So the number 1 renovation lender. So you guys understand this. You've been doing these loans for a long time. That's unbelievable. For those who want to reach Pete after this presentation, here's his information. Pete, I know I got a little bit overzealous on the phone number there. What's your actual phone number?
Yeah, the best one to reach me at is my cell phone number. That's 708-774-1654. That office number, 815-221-4788. Does also transfer to my cell phone. I'm a huge believer in you got to be able to pick up the call when the customer needs it.
Okay, that's great. And so you're the branch manager, so you're the big cheese there. You're part of the all-star team at Homebridge Financial. Let's just start diving deep into what this program is all about so people can learn about it. So you were telling me some insights about the 203K loan. And I was really shocked by this. The average home buyer is going to be spending between $15,000 to $20,000 within the first 6 to 12 months of buying a property. Now that's cash out of their pocket or on credit cards if they don't use a product like yours. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly. And these numbers were compiled really by the big box stores. What I mean by that is like the Home Depots, the Menards, the Lowe's. For them, it's great because as somebody buys a home, they instantly see an uptick in spending at their stores. And again, those credit card rates are probably ranging in the mid to upper 20% range. And being that most of the homes in Chicagoland are 51 years or older, there's some considerable stuff that people want done in that first year to sort of just spruce up the home a little bit. And also the huge important one is some health and safety issues in older homes. A common one, a little bit of mold. You want to get that taken care of right away.
So, it's funny because, it's actually not funny. I mean, so the average, these new home buyers who are trying to get in the market, maybe houses that are $250,000 or less, the houses are 40 or 50 years old, there's going to be some things that are old on this house that need to be fixed up. And a first-time home buyer, they don't have that $10,000 to $15,000 to fix the roof or clean the mold or buy furnaces and air conditioning. So a lot of people think that they can't afford to buy a house because maybe they have the $4,000 or $5,000 for the down payment, yet they don't have all the money that it costs to bring that property up to standard where they can move their family in. So this product completely solves that problem. How long has this been around?
It's been around since at least the 70s. It's all about educating both the consumer and the realtor partners and the attorneys like yourself. And I'm so glad we're having this discussion because that's it. It's not well known out there, but it's been around a long, long time.
So I could literally, let's just use an example. I could buy a house for $150,000. Let's say it was bought from a bank. It's got mold in it. It needs a new roof. It has, a new air conditioner furnace. Maybe the pipes have been stolen. You literally can allow someone to get a great deal on a property, and you can finance all those improvements so that when they buy it, they have the money set aside, and it's at that much lower interest rate. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's it, 100%. You hit it right on the head. That's actually, you described the perfect renovation program for us. It allows that even that first-time home buyer to buy a property in that condition that you just mentioned, whereas typically, and you work with a lot of investors, your investors are going to be able to grab up that property, whereas the normal consumer will not be able to bid on that property just because it won't pass, as you talked about, that appraisal. So this program solves that problem. It opens up the market in a huge way. There's not any properties that a buyer can't bid on. All of them are available.
So if this isn't sinking in yet, or if this isn't clicking for people that are watching this, if you're out there and you're looking for a property and you're saying to yourself, boy, I can't afford to get this property into the condition that it needs to move in, Pete's kind of solved that problem for you and has this product. So that just puts so many more people to have the opportunity to have home ownership. And is this product also available for investors, or is this just an owner-occupied product?
There is, the home style conventional program. It's a little bit more limited. It is available for an investor on a single family home only. And we're really looking to help an investor that wants to build a portfolio. So investor wants to find a good deal that is in need of repairs, and they want to hold on to it for the long-term buy and hold strategy. That program will work with us.
And is that 10 properties or less?
It is. We still, great. I'm glad you asked that. We are limited to that 10 property or less due to being a Fannie Mae program. But at that point, you and I have talked in the past, there's some other strategies to move those properties in a bulk to something else like a commercial deal and then continue on. So somebody can technically build a 20 or 30 property portfolio using this program.
So this is for anybody that is just wanting to buy their own house. This product can also be used for investors. This is a very, very nimble product. Really, 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 really cool. I've been doing these 203K loans or been around them for a long time, but just having you kind of identify exactly how useful this is really, really, really cool. So how can Homebridge Financial help a person that wants to buy a distressed product? Then how does the process work?
Yeah. So the nice thing, what most people don't know about this program is the upfront qualification on it. The great news here is that you qualify the same way as you would for a regular FHA or conventional loan. And that's super, super, super important for not only the buyer to realize, but more importantly for the realtor to understand that there is no additional qualifications that are slapped on this program. At the end of the day, it's just a regular loan. I think we talked a little bit about it being all in one payment. So at that low interest rate, roll in as little or as much repairs as needed. You can do luxury items on this. You can go all the way up to the FHA loan limits. So we do projects from anywhere from $5,000 to 200 and something $1,000 in work. We've had projects where they tear off the roof and build a whole new second story. I think we talked about eliminating some health and safety issues. It's super, super important to have your family in there and be safe. Mold remediation is the big one that we see out there, especially in the Chicagoland area, with flooding and stuff like that. I can hear the rain in the background. Might get some flooded properties today out there. The other one that's also hugely underserved, as our population, folks are getting older, this program can also be used to help with ADA stuff. So American Disability Act, we personally did a project where, sad story, one of the spouses was her muscles were degenerating and they needed to get into a ranch home and have the wider doorways and the bath had to be special fitted bath. And we were able to help them out because the project was about $70,000. So all around, this program is so versatile. I could talk about this for hours.
That's awesome. I mean, and that's kind of my why, what gets me up in the morning. I know it is for you too, Pete. I mean, when we can provide that extreme over the top value for people who need things, it's anybody can close a real estate transaction, but to be able to put people who actually have needs and to give people the opportunity of home ownership and to still be able to live on their own, that's just something that's very, very enriching for me. So, one of the things that I was talking to you about earlier is in terms of what qualifies for a 203K loan. Did I hear you right telling me that literally, as long as there's like a foundation, someone could actually theoretically build a whole new house?
Yeah, that's correct. And as long as it fits into the overall end appraised value of what the property is going to look like after repaired, we're good with whatever somebody needs to do to the property, all the way down to the foundation. Most folks, the bones of the property are pretty decent. They'll gut out the rest, including all plumbing, all electrical, obviously all drywall, all carpentry, and go up from there. But yeah, it's a super, super product for that. And
the funding the improvements, $5 per thousand. What does that exactly mean?
Yeah, so we're look, without talking about specific interest rates, when we break it down, let's go as simple as somebody needs $50,000 to improve the home, to their liking. So we say the approximate principal and interest cost is about $5 per thousand. So if we have 50,000, we're talking about $250 per month. So we find it's an affordable way for somebody to, let's say, redo a kitchen, bath, and flooring. Can they afford the $250 a month to do all that? Versus what are the other options? People sit there and they may have to wait for 5 to 10 years to save up that, or go on some high interest rate credit cards when they can do it all up front for, the money's cheap right now. It's, we're not at the absolute historic lows, but you and I have been in this a long time. We've seen some pretty high interest rates in the past. Money is still pretty cheap right now.
Well, I think you've been in it longer than me, Pete.
Probably.
Look at that gray beard on this guy. I mean, I think a couple more years. Don't put me at your age. Didn't you just have a birthday recently?
I did.
Yeah. So check this out. I mean, it's unbelievable. So you need a new roof, $5,000. Furnace and air conditioner, that's another $3,000. Kitchen remodel, $15,000. How many people have money sitting around just in their checking account to do this? You can buy a house, have all of this stuff done, paid for, cost you, again, Pete's saying at $50,000, that's a lot of money. $5 per thousand, $250 a month, which gets you $50,000 worth of improvements on a home. That's a game changer right there as far as I'm concerned. How do my clients get in touch with HomeBridge?
Yeah, I mean, the best way is to start with an initial phone consultation. Like I said, I'm a big believer in answering the phone and talking to the client over the phone and getting their initial information to see, what we could do to pre-approve them. The other way is obviously in person. There's nothing better than meeting a client in person and understanding what they're looking to accomplish. We also have some online capabilities just to start an initial application. We could do that as well. I also have, which is not in this, we haven't talked about, I have a nice 15-page slideshow presentation that we like to send out to consumers that are interested in this product. It pretty much details what they can and can't do in this program. And it's a good way to educate them even before the initial phone consultation.
That's awesome. So, if you're a realtor and you want to have another, I'll call it an arrow in your quiver, to talk to clients, to be able to market yourself for a product so that you can sell these houses. If you're a first-time home buyer, if you're getting elderly and you want to downsize and you need some improvements to a house for ADA compliant. If you're an investor, this is a product that can get you in to a distressed home at a very, very affordable price and not feel like you're biting off more than you can chew. So I recommend people to reach out to Pete. This is a magnificent product to help people with home ownership and in investing and for realtors. Pete, thanks so much for coming on. Anything else you want to add for everyone?
I did. You mentioned, it's super important for realtors to add this, to their arsenal, because, we know what's happening out there in the market. The inventory is shrinking, prices are on the rise. So that combination right there falls right into using this program to their advantage. Sell more homes at a quicker pace. We also pride ourselves in doing the lunch and learns or meeting with the realtors in their office to fully explain this program so that they have the knowledge necessary to share that, at least initially, with their potential buyer.
So thanks so much, Pete. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing this awesome value for my clients. Pete's information is up there on the screen. Take advantage of him. He put his cell phone number on there. I can't tell you the number of people that I deal with that, you can only reach them 9 to 5, and sometimes you can't even reach them then. That's not how Pete operates. He's out there to help people grow their business, help realtors grow their business, help people to get them their houses. So, Pete, thanks for coming on and sharing this with my clients and my network. Thanks a lot, Pete.
My pleasure, Gary. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, talk soon.
Bye-bye.